it's been the past couple months have been really good for me in terms of getting my shit together. Obviously, as you know, like I was unemployed in November. Now, like I'm at my second month of a full time. I became a permanent substitute, so I stabilized my income a little bit there. And what I'm struggling with now is I just booked a movie, so things are starting to roll again, especially because things here out east are starting to open up again. So thank God. What I struggle with definitely mindset wise is I feel a lot of shame and guilt when I'm successful. You know what I mean? So and I've worked on it, read a lot of books, done a lot of self work. I just read The Last Days of Socrates. And what I'm trying to do is train my mind to just ask myself questions because I know that I have like this negative anxiety around money. You know what I'm saying? And even around doing well, successful. Yeah. Obviously, I just won an award, so somebody likes my shit. But like my own internal, judge is like, you're garbage, you're shit, you're not any good, you don't deserve to have money, you don't deserve to have success. So I'm definitely battling that right now. And so my first question to you is, how have you dealt? And I might have asked you this before, but I'm still trying to get a comprehensive understanding of it. Like, how did you deal with imposter syndrome and then just submitting to saying like, fuck it, like I deserve this shit. Like I've worked for this, like I earned this shit.
Yeah, I think there's a few approaches to it. I'm going to give you one today that I think might serve you better than some of the other approaches, which is, so the other day I was at Dave & Buster's, okay? And there was this like machine, it was called like Pop the Lock or something like that, I think. And you have to like, it spins, right? And there's this, it's almost like a lock in front of the camera. And like a ticket will show up here and then you push the button like before it goes past it, and then it'll turn back the other way, and then you push it, and then it's like a timing thing. And you have to like do 50 of them in a row without missing, and then you get like 100 tickets or whatever the jackpot is, 500. I don't know what it is, right? But when I was doing that, like at first I was like, okay, make sure you don't miss this. Oh fuck, what if I fuck up? Oh, I only have to do this 18 more times, 17 more times. Don't fuck up, right? And then inevitably I fuck up, right? And so what I realized in my head was that I need to just like not think about any of those things and just look for where the ticket is, and then just hit the button when the ticket shows up, and not think about anything, and not even think about that, and just do it, and just do it, and just do it. And then whatever happens. I'm just going to do the best that I can. Whatever happens, right? Yeah. And that's the most successful way to do it. And it was just, as I was doing that, I was just thinking about that, like, that's kind of it in life, is that we can get caught up in all these fucking philosophical questions. And I love philosophy, and I like to delve and introspect a lot of times, and to figure things out and stuff like that. But a lot of life is just fucking doing it, and it doesn't even fucking matter, right? It doesn't matter what you think about it. It doesn't matter what other people think about it. It's just fucking do it, right? And so sometimes the better answer is not to even try to solve this problem. Like, don't worry about this. Just actually do what you're doing, and spend so much of your effort and your focus on doing what you need to do. Don't worry about the results or whether you deserve it or not, or any of those things. Just focus on the mission and the goal, and let everything else be whatever it is, right? And sometimes that's like, I've gone through some transitions in my life where it's like, if I sit down and think about it, it would scare the fucking shit out of me. Yeah, and I'm like, and there's so many doubts and so many fears and so much fucking guilt about, what am I doing? Is it selfish? Should I be doing this? And all those things. And I just have to just breathe, and then just figure out what's the next action I need to take, and just start taking those actions instead of getting into that cycle and thinking about those things, right? So, maybe what you're doing is you're overanalyzing this, and you're just not gonna like if you just keep on focusing and just keep on doing what you're doing, and then let the chips fall wherever they may, then you'll probably come out the other end, and these things will just automatically correct and fix themselves, right? The passive thing you can do is just keep your mindset on positive things, and keep on reading things that are positive, and just let it all happen naturally instead of trying to force it. Because one thing that you can't do, it's like, this analogy came to my head, but it's true. It's the same thing. It's like, you cannot force yourself to change your beliefs, and you cannot force yourself to get an erection. right? Like the harder you think about it, the more that it won't happen. And it applies for both of them, right? So, so given two lessons here at once, right? So the best thing you can do is to passively accomplish both of those tasks, right? To passively accomplish changing your beliefs. How do you passively accomplish changing your beliefs? It's what your environment is. You set your environment. You read the positive things. You listen to positive things that you want to change your beliefs, and then eventually those beliefs change. And you take actions that are congruent with those beliefs, right? And as you do that, then the beliefs actually change, right? So right now, like if you said to yourself, I want to believe that there are pink elephants, okay? You couldn't make yourself believe it. No matter how much, you can't do any kind of tricking yourself that will ever make you believe that there are pink elephants, no matter how hard you try. And it's kind of what you're trying to do right now. You're like, I want to believe that I don't feel guilty about making money and being successful and all these things. And it's like, no matter what you do, no matter how much mental gymnastics you go through, you're never going to change that belief. Instead, if you surround yourself in an environment, like if you join some cult, the pink elephant cult, and you meditate every day, and everyone reads books on pink elephants, and you see pictures of them every day, eventually you become brainwashed and you'll believe in pink elephants, right? It'll just happen naturally. I mean, I'm not saying you should do that, but but what I'm saying is it works with positive beliefs and the things that you want to bring about in your life as well. You don't need to like, you can never force it, if that makes sense.
No, that makes total sense, man. And so part of it, you saw me comment, is I saw Stephen Pressfield. Like I've read, I had to be like 10 of his books at this point, fiction and nonfiction. And in it, he talks about the daemon and how basically, like, when you're ready to turn pro, in essence, you have to submit to the daemon, just have faith that you already know something inside, something above you or whatever outside of you already knows what direction you have to go, and just keep going and have faith. So that, it sounds like you're telling me basically the same thing. That's at least what I'm getting from it. And so,
yes. Yeah,
I appreciate that. And I'm just going to let it go and just keep doing the work, because I'm doing the work, staying positive. I'm not fucking around. I'm not drinking. I cut out all negative people. I cut out negative shit that I'm consuming. I'm working out 6 days a week. I'm making money, saving money. Like, I'm doing all right, man. So
yeah, no, I can see the change, man. It's apparent in your face and the way you carry yourself. So it's good. Yeah, just keep on the path. And one thing that might help you too is, like, one belief that I have, and might not be true, but I don't care, is that I believe I can never do wrong. I believe I can never fuck up. I believe that, like, everything in my life is divinely orchestrated and that I can't fuck it up. Right. Okay. Now there's like a way I came to this belief, like, and there's a lot of ways to come to that belief, from everything from life as a simulation. We live in a simulated universe, to you're one with God and in consciousness, and therefore, everything has to be perfect. Everything has to happen the way that it's happened. Yeah. Right. But I just hold on to that belief. I'm like, whatever happens, it's what's supposed to happen. It's meant to be. And I can't fuck it up, because this is the path I'm supposed to be on. So it's great. That's I think when you do that, you take all that pressure off, and you just let yourself be, and then you go down the path you're supposed to go. So yeah,
the one thing you said in one of your videos is, like, you couldn't have been anywhere else. Like, this is where, I think it was one of your videos in the Bulldog Mindset membership.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, the light bulb went off in my head. So it helped to calm me a lot. So I'm watching them, and they help.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so, cool, man. Thanks a lot, John.
Yeah, proud of you, man.
All right, thanks a lot, brother. I appreciate it.